In a small village nestled in a lush valley, a young shepherd boy named Peter lived with his family. The village was a close-knit community where everyone knew each other, and everyone helped with the daily chores and responsibilities. Among these, one of the most critical tasks was tending to the sheep that provided the village with wool and meat. This responsibility often fell to Peter, who found the duty dull and lonely. Each day, Peter would lead the flock to a grassy meadow on the hillside, watching them graze from morning until dusk. His only company was a wooden crook and the occasional song of birds. Peter's mind, filled with the fantasies of a boy, would wander as he watched over the sheep. He longed for excitement and adventure, something to break the monotony of his shepherding duties. One day, as Peter sat idly under a tree, an idea struck him. He thought of a way to bring a bit of excitement into his dull routine. Remembering the warning his father had given him about the wolves in the nearby forest, Peter decided to play a trick on the villagers. Peter sprang to his feet and ran towards the village, shouting, "Wolf! Wolf! A wolf is attacking the sheep!" The villagers, alarmed and armed with pitchforks, scythes, and whatever they could find, rushed up the hill to help Peter fend off the wolf. Breathless and ready to fight, they arrived at the meadow only to find the sheep grazing peacefully. "I fooled you all. There's no wolf," he chuckled. The villagers were not amused. They grumbled and returned to their tasks, warning Peter not to play such a trick again. But Peter, thrilled by the excitement and the power of causing a stir, found their reaction entertaining. A few days later, Peter grew bored once more and decided to repeat his trick. "Wolf! Wolf!" he cried, running towards the village. The villagers, though reluctant, hurried to the meadow again, fearing for their sheep. Once more, they found no wolf and Peter laughing at their expense. This time, they were angrier. "Do not cry wolf when there is no wolf," they scolded. "One day, we will not believe you." Peter, however, only half listened. The boredom of his duties soon outweighed the villagers' warnings. His mischief had become a way to pass the time. Then, one afternoon, as Peter lay lazily on the hillside, he heard rustling in the bushes near the edge of the forest. He sat up, his heart pounding, as a shadow emerged from the trees. A real wolf had appeared, its eyes fixed on the flock. Panicked, Peter leaped to his feet and shouted with all his might, "Wolf! Wolf! There really is a wolf!" He ran towards the village, his cries more desperate than ever. But the villagers, remembering his previous tricks, did not rush to help. "He's just trying to fool us again," they muttered among themselves, continuing with their work. Peter, realizing that no one was coming, raced back to the meadow, shouting and waving his crook to fend off the wolf. But he was no match for the predator. The wolf attacked the sheep, scattering them and killing several before slinking back into the forest. Defeated and heartbroken, Peter sat among the remnants of his flock as the sun set. Eventually, the villagers noticed the unusual quiet and went to check on Peter. When they saw the scene, they understood what had happened. The loss of the sheep was a severe blow to the village, but the greater lesson lay in Peter's deception. One of the elders placed a hand on Peter's shoulder and said, "A liar will not be believed, even when he speaks the truth. Your pranks have cost us dearly, Peter. Trust, once broken, is hard to rebuild." Peter nodded, tears streaming down his face. He had learned a harsh lesson about honesty and the consequences of deceit. From that day forward, Peter dedicated himself to his duties with renewed seriousness. The villagers, though slow to trust him again, eventually forgave him.